about the lighting and everything, but I was just editing the video and I realized that there's so much background noise, and I'm just gonna apologize in advance for that. I have dogs chewing, I have the neighbor's kids screaming outside, I have cats fighting, I have everything. So please, I'm so sorry, but I hope you enjoy the video. Hey everyone, it's Candace. Thank you for coming to my channel. So today is going to be, like I warned in the last video, a little bit more down in the mouth. It's not gonna be fun like any of my videos ever are, you know. But this one, and I know that it was a trend, it has been a trend for a while. And unfortunately, a lot of those people were just clout chasers and they just wanted the views. But unfortunately, that's not my reality. I wish I could make this video just to get views. But it is something that genuinely, it affects my life horribly. And even if you go on my social media accounts, it's never going to be a picture with anybody else. It's always going to be me or my pets. Because that's my life. And I had to deal with that. I had to live with that. Because it is my fault. I don't know how to have friends. And at this point, I just don't even know how to make them. I think I told y'all before, like in high school and stuff, you know, I wasn't popular, but I was, you know, pretty well liked. But then I got to the Army and everything whenever I was 21, and it was like everybody else just bonded. Like they were just instantly family. But I was just always on the outside. People liked me, but I wasn't anybody's like friend, really. They would talk to me, but if they had the chance to be talking to somebody else, it would be to somebody else. And that continued whenever I got to my unit and everything, and so many people would talk to, but not so many that people would invite out on weekends or after work. And it wasn't, I think, until I got out of the Army and I became a Army spouse that I actually made friends. Like people I could actually call friends. And one of them, she was amazing. And while my then husband was deployed, her husband was too. And we helped each other out tremendously. And unfortunately, when certain events happened after the guys got home, she decided to take someone else's side instead of believing me, even though she saw everything. And then another one, she is still an amazing person in my life, but we don't talk, we don't visit each other, we don't do anything, especially now that we don't live anywhere near each other. But this person was probably the best friend I've ever had. And she stood by my side through everything that happened. And it was a lot that happened. And I'll never be able to thank her enough for that. But I haven't talked to her in years. see her on Facebook. That's it. I might like her pictures sometimes. And then one more friend. I had her for probably about 10 years. And then unfortunately I said something stupid and we're not really friends anymore. We comment on each other's Facebook or Instagram posts sometimes, but that's it. I haven't seen her in years. She's had 2 kids since the last time I've seen her. And it's sad because almost every friendship that I've had, it ended because I didn't keep in touch. Because I'm one of those kind of people that feel like they're annoying somebody if they're texting or calling. Even if it's just say hi, how are you? I just had those insecurities. And unfortunately, it's something that's really hard to work through. And I have to be okay with that. It's hard not having anybody because I don't even date. The last time I went on a date was about 3 years ago. And obviously that didn't work out. I'm not on any dating sites, nothing, just because why try? And then I've had one old friend who tried to get in touch with me recently, and I knew her from college. And I'm too embarrassed to tell her that I can't go out and see her for like dinner or something after years and years because I'm broke and I don't have a car. Because it is embarrassing. At 35 years old, I am broke and I don't have a car to go and meet anybody even if I wanted to. And I have to be okay with that. But at some point, you just realize that, yeah, the loneliness feels good because you don't have to worry about anybody hurting you. But it's not a fun life to live by yourself. The only person I've talked to besides an animal is a phone call with my mom the other day. Besides the people that live in my apartment building that I have to see sometimes whenever I take Harley out to walk. I haven't actually visited with a live human in months. I haven't hugged anybody in months. And it's hard. And sorry, I'm sniffing. But it's like, how do you, I don't even know how to make friends anymore. Like, I don't even know. Like, how do I make friends in my area? Because I do live in a college town. And then so, everybody's a lot younger. Or they're a lot older. And the older you get, it seems more impossible to make friends. Unless you're constantly doing stuff. And especially if you have a spouse, then it's easy. Especially if that spouse has friends. But I don't. I have no one. And I will probably continue to have no one. And I have to be okay with that. There has to be a time that you draw the line, right? Where you have to say, I can't do this anymore, and I need to do something about this. But what is that line? And where do you draw it? And how do you draw it? And I wish I had the answers for that, because then I would be happy. Which I'm not. But I am completely thankful for the friendships that I have had in my life. Even though most of them ended because of something I did. I'm still extremely appreciative for people that stood by my side during very, very hard times. Things nobody should ever go through. And I still love them. Hope they know that. I love them. If I've ever loved you, I still love you. Despite what happened. Especially if it was my fault. Especially if we drifted apart. But where does it end? So today's video is again me complaining about things I don't have. And again, it's kind of all over the place because I don't rehearse this. I don't write anything down. I don't have like an outline or anything like in front of me that I'm reading from. It's literally just me saying what is in my head, which a lot of the time doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me, but probably not to normal people. But I'm 35 and I don't have one person I can call a friend. Not one. I don't even hang out with my family anymore because I just felt like an outsider. Feeling like an outsider in your own family, that's hard enough. But feeling an outsider in the world, it's almost unbearable. But I've never really been one to fit in. I've always felt off. I've always felt different. I don't know why. I know I have like mental disorders and everything like that, and I know that has something to do with it. But even without those, I still don't feel a member of the world. As silly as that may sound. And it's like I see all of these people on Facebook and Instagram always hanging out with their friends. And I know everything isn't what it seems like on social media. But it's like, even if you get to hang out and go to parties and stuff with your friend just once every few months, that's better than what I have. And I see that, and I wonder how they made those friends. And then I realized that it was from like their kids' sports groups and the other parents and stuff like that, or like somebody who was friends with their spouse and now all their friends. And but I don't have any of that. So all of my pictures are of myself or my animals, because that's all I have, and I have to be okay with that. Sorry, just needed to pause for a second. But I think that is probably all for this video, and I'm hoping the next one will be something happier. I don't know yet, but make sure to like and subscribe and to comment down below if you have any kind of suggestions for any kind of fun videos. Even if they're just me sitting here talking, anything better. Anything uplifting would be wonderful. So make sure to like and subscribe and share and comment. And I will see you all in a few days. Love you guys. Bye.